What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another Football Manager video. Today, guys, we've got a lot to get through, but to start with, we're in the playoffs. We've qualified for the playoffs. There's one game of the season left, so we're going to play through the playoffs today. We've got Eastbourne Borough in 6 days. I want to show you the run as an expected run that we had in the back end of the season, where I knew I was going to have a little bad patch and then a really good long stretch into the back end of the season. And it's put us in a position where we're actually possibly going to finish third, as you can see, like right there. All we need, I could draw or lose if Dulwich Hamlet draw or lose, but I need to win if Dulwich Hamlet win, and we'll guarantee ourselves third place because their goal difference is obviously just marginally better than ours. So a draw, if I draw and they win, their goal difference will be better. They'll go above, and obviously finishing third or second in the table is really, really important because then you get a bye in the first round of the playoffs and you go straight to the semi-finals. I know that a lot of you don't like the camera here. I watched a lot of Football Manager streamers and content creators, and a lot of them have their camera here. I know a lot of them have their camera over in the bottom right of the screen. So I think for the next video, I'll have it all changed over and have it moved into the bottom right-hand side of the screen as instead to give you guys a bit of a better view on certain things. So I want to take you guys through what we've done and where we're at. So first of all, let's have a look at the results over the last couple of months. So we had a terrible February. We beat Woking. We then lost to Morecambe in the third round FA Trophy. We then lost to Bath, Welling, Dartford and Dover, which was bound to happen because Bath, Welling, Dover and Dartford, literally 4 of the top 8 teams. We played them in very quick succession and we lost all those games. Right, that was bound to happen. We then beat Concord. We beat Concord, like in amongst it. But after Concord, the only tough game we had after that was Oxford City, and I narrowly managed to win that 3-2. But otherwise, we had Tonbridge, Chippenham, Truro. When we look at the table, you got Tonbridge, Truro down the bottom, and Chippenham in 20th. We had Maidstone, Slough, and Hampton and Richmond, and I only drew with Maidstone and Slough as well. But Maidstone are there. Hampton and Richmond are down there in 19th, and Slough are currently 12th, but they've had a mini resurgence. You can see the point total between like the 12th to sort of like 15th, 16th spot isn't too bad. And then we just had Chesham and Chelmsford, another couple of the bottom squads here. So Chesham relegated now, and Chelmsford down in 16th. So we've had some like great results against the mid to low table teams that we should be beating. It was sad to get draws against Maidstone and Slough, both in games. One of the games I think I got dominated in. Yeah, see, look at that against Maidstone. We smashed them. Only one clear-cut chance, but we created a lot of opportunities. We generally had a better team. Our headers was better. Our pass completion was the same. Our shots on target were better. And I just can't find the net, and I'm really struggling this season with getting goals out of my strikers. I have a feeling it's the formation, which we'll go through in a second. I'm going to change formation again at the start of next year. So we drew with Maidstone, and then we drew with Slough as well. And if we have a look at the match stats against Slough, again, like one clear-cut chance each. They dominated possession, so Slough probably should have beat me. I just obviously didn't play that one so good. But then the other games there, 2-0, 2-0, Asante and Connor Curran-Brown scoring, Chippenham, Clifford and Agbontohoma scoring. And you'll notice this a lot in these games, random goal scorers, Asante again and Clifford again. Then it's Bennett and Brad Burton with 2 goals. In the 0-0, obviously no one scored. In the 1-1, a goal from Curran-Brown. In the 4-2, one from Hurst, one from Asante, one from Bennett and one from Hanks. In the 3-0 win, we've got goals from Devon Arnold, Luke Hurst and Connor Curran-Brown, who's really accelerated the back end of the season. And then in the 1-0 win versus Chelmsford, which it looks like a close game, you only win 1-0. But again, we just absolutely dominated the game in chances. Well, actually, not. Lucky to win it. It was one of the games where I won 1-0 or by 1 goal, and it should have been like 4 or 5 or 6. And that leaves us with just Eastbourne Borough and then the rest of the back end of the season. So in terms of the squad, we've now got 4 players that have struck over 10 goals. Connor Curran-Brown, Luke Hurst on 22 now, Asante on 13, and Bennett, who obviously we brought him back in because of how well he played last season. Last season, 24 goals in 37 appearances. This season, 10 goals in, 51 appearances. That is such a terrible return. Now, sure, 19 sub-appearances, but even then, 10 goals in 32 starts versus 24 goals in 36 starts. He's just not performing as well. And as I say, that might be due to my tactics. We're playing the 3-5-2 at the moment, or the 3-4-1-2, with Clifford in behind Hurst and Asante. And we've got a really good midfield and a really good back line. We've got a lot of good centre-backs, but we're losing a couple of players. We're going to lose a couple of players on contracts and on transfers, but we've signed a few of our star players to another one-year term. So even if we don't get promoted through the playoffs this season, we've got really, really good longevity in some of the teams. So Sam Johnson is a youth player. He doesn't count. Brad Burton, the best player in our team by far. We managed to extend his contract by another year. Connor Curran-Brown, who, again, his form recently has just been spectacular. Goals and assists coming all over the place from the left-hand side. He's just been brilliant for us. His average rating over the last 20 appearances is 7.14. Just spectacular. 10 goal contributions in 20 games. That's fantastic. So to sign him up for another season is good. And what I like about him is he can play anywhere. He's got really good physicals, great corners and crossing, great work rate and good passing. He just makes for a really, really good player in the team. James Matthews, we managed to sign for another season. Been an integral part of the team this year and is brilliant for the back line. And obviously as a defender right and centre, I thought I was going to be losing Brad Burton. So it was important to get him on. But I might keep Brad Burton as a right mid. We've obviously converted him from a right back to a right mid, so he can now play both positions. I might keep him as a right mid just because he's just so good. I think he'd be far more influential as a right mid than he will as a right back. We managed to get Agbon Tahoma back in for another year, and again, another brilliant player. 19 years old and some really good stats. 14 marking and 14 tackling. He's just great. Like when we look at his where do we see it? His season stats here, 29 matches out of the 50 that he's been in the team, we've won. That is a brilliant return. Like honestly, like a 60% win rate with him in the team. Obviously, like some of them we don't lose and some of them we draw, but 60% win rate is really, really high. We then signed Booty for another season. I think really important to keep him as well. Another young man or young player in general that has great potential. I think the reports on him are constantly that he could be a leading player in the Vanarama National. So really nice to have him still there. And Sam Wilding as well, picked up for another season. Very good stats. And then Luke Hurst and Michael Parker as well, picked up for another season. We then got the 3 loans that are going to go. Matarino I'm going to get rid of. Jara's going to go. Rio O'Connell's going to go. Joe Hanks I would like to keep on for another year. Another great centre mid. And I think next season, we're going to go for 4-3-1-2 or a 4-4-2. So centre mids are going to be super, super valuable. And Asante I want to keep. Cole can go, Louis Rogers can go, and Clifford can go. Clifford's okay. He just doesn't perform particularly too well. I mean, maybe his stats will tell a different story, but look at that, 27 in 47. That's like barely. I suppose that's actually quite close to a 60% win rate as well, isn't it? Yeah, if we win the next 3 games, I suppose we've got a good win rate with him. I suppose maybe I have to relook at Clifford. But Asante has finally started to come into his own as well. I've struggled with him all season. We struggled to get goals with him. We struggled to get assists with him. He's just been really hit and miss. But in the last 20 games, or specifically in the last, since here, the last 8 games, he's got 4 goals and has just generally played brilliant. The problem with him is he gets a lot of shots. I mean, look at this, 7 shots, 6 shots, 6 shots, 6 shots, 6 shots. And only, the conversion rate with him is really poor. But he's such an influential player just in general because of his brilliant physicals, his good work rate. I really wanted to keep him. He doesn't want to stay. I try and offer him a contract. He's just not interested. Maybe that will change if we get promoted. I don't know. But in general, he doesn't want to stay. But the good news is that we're actually looking at already picking up a couple of big players hopefully get him in time for the playoffs. So transfers in, we're going to be signing here Charlie Owens. We've offered him a contract. He's got really, really good stats, good tackling, good teamwork, good physicals, good mental stats, just really, really well-rounded, and can be not only a centre mid, but also a CDM and potentially a centre back. He's got good stats for the centre back role. So hopefully, we'll be able to get him in, get him on, and strengthen our squad for next season with him. And then once all the kind of dead wood leaves, we'll be able to get rid of those and restructure the team around the sort of 7 or 8 really strong players we've got. Bring in some better players. I definitely need a much better goalkeeper for next season, and I definitely need some new wingers. because we're going to go into a 4-4-2 for next season. But that's where we're at for now, guys. Let's get into the Eastbourne Borough match. All right, guys, here we go into the Eastbourne Borough game, the final game. As I say, it should hopefully be a comfortable victory. So I got a little tip as well from one of the viewers in the stream. He said, never give your team talk to your assistant, which I won't anymore. And he said, after you give your full team talk, he said, go and calmly say to the defense, midfield, and attack, I have faith in you, and it is guaranteed like greens. Now, I don't know personally what the difference between I don't know what the green kind of reaction means. I don't know how much of an influence it has in the game or in the game play or anything like that. And then he said at halftime, if you're 1-0 up or worse, aggressively say you're not happy. But if you're 2-0 up or better, passionately say I'm pleased with your performance. And that is like a guaranteed formula almost to getting greens. And as I say, I don't particularly know personally what the true benefit of the green is versus the red or anything. I can't say I've honestly seen any insane direct correlation between the players being perfectly green or not. But this pitch is so narrow, man. But here we go with the last game of the regular season. So 10 minutes in and we are looking good. Here's our first attack, and there is Hurst, and there is the goal. It's his 23rd goal of the season. I've been playing him over Bennett, even though Bennett's got better stats and is higher regarded from the coaches. I've been playing him over Bennett because he is the future. He's the next 3 or 4 years of a striker up front for us. He's obviously got fantastic stats, good physicals. His finishing is going up as well. If his finishing, we can push up to like 13 or 14. Through training, through the individual training to get him up there. That'd be absolutely fantastic. He'll end up being a good Vanarama national striker. And again, if we don't get promoted this season, like the team is going to be so strong for next season, especially I can't wait to get rid of this guy. Now, Sivata last season, I thought was quite good. Made a lot of good saves and just generally was all right. Turns out he probably wasn't quite good. So we brought in Cole, was a much better goalkeeper, and Cole, in general, has made some big saves and generally been quite good. But I think mentality-wise, Cole just doesn't have it in him. Because no matter what I do, the reactions for him are usually red. He's usually like disinterested or, what's the term we're looking for? Like doesn't look interested or whatever it may be, the red one. So he's obviously made a lot of unforced errors as well, Cole, in the goal. So I think for us, one of the primary objectives for next season, don't double foot slide in there. One of the primary objectives for next season will be picking up another goalkeeper, a better goalkeeper, and also improving on our midfield. But I think our back line and our wingers, our strikers, I think we're in a really strong spot if we don't get promoted. However, of course, if we do get promoted, we're going to have to just reassess. And the players that I've currently got as... Clifford's missed that. The players that we've currently got as our star players will actually be the players that we then try to get in as backups or, squad rotation players. And then the players that we've got in outside of that will just have to go. We'll have to just try and improve the strength of the squad quite a lot. Although we've had some good performances against some of the Vanarama national squads this season. We've beaten 2 of them, which is really, really nice. And, we narrowly lost to first place, which isn't too bad either. So I do think we can hold our own in Vanarama National. I just think it'll be a struggle of a season. I don't think it'll be comfortable mid-table or anything. I think it'll be like fighting for relegation, even though we'll... Go on, Connell. Oof, he's put that wide. Even though we'll be able to, hopefully stay up. Yeah, there we are. So it's looking like Dulwich Hamlet are drawing right now. So even if we go down and draw, what was that? What's that? Oh, it's an offside. Was there even a highlight there, or was it offside the highlight? So yeah, even if we no, Dulwich Hamlet are winning. So yeah, if we end up drawing this game, we'll be in we'll be dropping down to 4th place, which we can't let happen. We need to win this game. We need to make sure we get the bye in the playoffs, because against the top 6 or the top 7, excluding Bath, which is fantastic because they're gone, we don't want to have to face Dover until the final. And it's looking like we won't have to at the moment as well, because Dover are by far the best team and probably going to be the team that gets promoted. But I feel like if we, against Dulwich, Woking, Dartford or Oxford, I feel like we can definitely come through. And have I already made subs? I thought, wait, are we in the second half? Am I watching a highlight? Oh, I've clicked somewhere to watch a past highlight. I didn't mean to do that. We just end up watching the game. I was wondering why it was showing like a bit of weird stuff. But yeah, so we obviously want to avoid Dover until the final. And sadly, Dickinson scored there, which puts Dulwich Hamlet above us on goal difference. And I want to go a bit more positive. We gotta score from kickoff here, lads. We got to go back up into that third spot, because we can beat Oxford and we can beat Dartford and we probably beat Woking, and Dulwich will be a tough game, but we need to make sure that we only face Dover in the final. Otherwise, we're going to have no chance of getting promoted if we have to, try and play our way through all of these teams. So here we go. Asante's through. Is he going to score this? Yes, he is. And I told you guys earlier on in the video, Asante is coming through big. He is starting to score goals. He's starting to get involved way more. And it's so sad that it's going to be a situation where he doesn't want to sign on the dotted line and stay with us for... Let's bring on Bennett for Hurst. And stay with us for the new season, because it's taken him a while, but he's starting to finally develop his skill set and really be an asset to the club. And he should be as well. He's got some of the best stats in the club. Here we go, Connell, though, in that camera. I like this pitch. I like the pitch width. I might change the width of my pitch to super narrow as well, especially if we're going to be playing 4-4-2. We've got Curran Brown here. Whips that in. Asante misses it. Bennett misses it too. I wonder if that was the highlight or not. I would like to see Dulwich Hamlet dropping some points. 10 minutes to go. Asante's through again. He's got a square ball on. If he wants it, he shoots again. He's scored 2 1-on-1s in one game. The change is coming. The change is coming. Asante is firing on all cylinders. And that is fantastic stuff. That is absolutely brilliant. We've dominated this game as well. And there you go, complacent. That was what I was looking for before. Cole always goes complacent. We're 3-1 up. We have consolidated our third place. And in fact, we're 4 points up. So even if we lost, I guess Dulwich Hamlet ended up losing the game, which is, again, really good for us. We're going into the playoffs with a very, very good team run. I know we finished 16 points behind Bath, but we won 27 games this season. Dover only won 29. Bath only won 31. So obviously the losses to draws were a big difference. If we turned 8 or 9 of those losses into draws, we'd be up there on 94 points and a much better stab at winning the league. And I think that is because we're just 1 or 2 players off. And remember the 2 times the board were threatening for firing me, so I could have lost and still finished third, which is great. Dartford ended up winning. Who else won? So Oxford drew with Bath at the top of the table and just kept into 7th place there. And Dartford winning, I believe, put them into the playoffs and Welling out. And Welling drew, yeah. So Welling lost the playoff spot, but I'm really happy with our run of form towards the back end of the season. Wow, we relegated Eastbourne Borough. That's pretty savage, isn't it? I relegated Chesham as well. The loss to us was Chesham's final nail in the coffin. Even if Eastbourne Borough beat us, they still wouldn't have stayed out of relegation. So I don't feel so bad about that then. That's the season up. This is going to be our first postseason with playoffs and such. So I don't really know what to expect. So the Vanarama Playoff South draw. And this again is where it's so good that we finished third, because Dover get a bye, we get a bye, so we've got either Woking or Dartford, and then if we win against Woking or Dartford, we'll play likely Dover. Who knows? But it's basically Woking or Dartford for us. So where do we finish in the regular season? I want table. Where's the, here we go, stages, league table. So we've got Woking or Dartford, and Woking or Dartford are 5th or 6th we've got. So I think that's not bad. That's not a bad draw to have. I think we've got pretty good results against both of them. So we'll see, guys. We'll be back for the next game, and I'll see you there. All right, guys. So we ended up drawing Woking in the semi-final. They got a 3-0 win. What I didn't realise, obviously I'm not a Vanarama pro, you know, I'm not like educated on it, is that it's only one game, at least for the semi-final. I don't know about the final. So the fact that we got the home draw and we're against Woking is really good. We beat Woking away from home this season 2-1, and we lost to Woking at home this season 1-0. So, LGFL seeding system is influential. Okay, yeah, I'd sent him to do my my thingy, my bobby. And so, yeah, we've got most Kieran Curran Brown. Yeah, that you damn straight. Do you perhaps feel therefore he has a decent handle on your squad, and it might be a struggle to beat his Woking side? Yeah, no, I don't care about that. Our team is legit. Yeah, so obviously Woking got a 3-0 win. Not obviously, but Woking got a 3-0 win in the last game. But I hope that our fitness levels are better than Woking's fitness levels because of that. So yeah, we're at home to Woking, and then Dover at home to Dulwich Hamlet. And of course, hopefully it will be Dulwich versus, or hopefully not Dulwich. Hopefully Dulwich lose. And it will be a team sweat. But, I didn't do team talk. Oh no, I've ruined it. I've ruined it for everything. Can I go back? Mate, the team talk was so vital, wasn't it? I didn't get my team talk in. Yeah, look at our fitness though. Our fitness is incredible compared to theirs. Our team is playing insane anyway. You know, we're in a good spot. Hopefully, we can get the first highlight. I mean, we've had a great start to the game as well. 20 minutes, first 20 minutes in. We're doing good. We've got a lot of possession, creating some chances. I just need the boys to actually show up. And here we go. So Woking are going to have the first highlight. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's actually banged it in from like 20 yards. We really, really need a better goalkeeper. A much better goalkeeper. I really can't go out against Woking straight away here. Let's go positive. Oh, here we go. Come on. First highlight for us. Connor Curran Brown into Asante, whips that into Burton, wins a header. There's Hurst to Hanks. Oh, let's go! Good goal, good goal. Bit of a howler from the keeper, but Hanks gets the goal, back of the net, and we're back in the game. As I say, we lost to Woking at home earlier in the season, 1-0, but we beat them away. And Dover and Hamlet are 1-1 as well. So a couple of 1-1s coming in. We're controlling the game in terms of possession. We're not really getting the chances that we want. So I want to give them the aggressive. I'm not happy. Fire them up. Give them a show some passion shout, and hopefully, oh God, maybe this would be good for us. Maybe this would be a counter attack. But if this is a cross for them, this could be easily a goal. Yeah, I did like it's 32nd goal of the season. The crossing's so overpowered in this game. We find ourselves 2-1 down. 3 minutes into the second half. At home in front of a bumper crowd as well. A bumper crowd. Now, again, the good news is our fitness levels, our conditioning should see us come strong the last sort of 10, 15 minutes of the game. 30 minutes on the clock. Booty into Burton. Burton down the wing. Flips it up to Hurst. Hurst can't get it. Clifford is there to pick up the loose ball. He's got Asante through the middle. Asante can't keep his legs stretched enough to get onto the back of that. Howes with the ball. He's flipped it out to Tootle. Can we not concede just a long ball down the middle? Here's Clifford, Burton, Hurst is through. He hasn't seen him. Oh, lovely little bit of skill. What ball that is to Curran Brown. This has got goal written all over it. Curran Brown whips it in. There's Hurst. Yes, and his goalkeeper's screwed up again. And Howes has made 2 howlers to let us back into the game for a second time. There it is. And 30 minutes on the clock. Now we've got to push on. Now we really got to go and get that go-ahead goal. Oh, God. Can we just get one break? Come on. No, this is going to be a goal again. He's got a whipped cross into the far post. Oh my, oh my God, he's driven it in the net. I can't believe we're losing this game again. I can't believe we're losing to this Woking team. Let's get Bennett on. Hurst has got a goal and assist. Can't take him off. Let's get Rio O'Connell on for Clifford. And we're going to have to go attacking. We're going to have to get back into this game. Demand more. Come on, 15 minutes to go. Time to go ultra attacking. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. Show some passion, lads. Come on. You're fired up. We've got 7 minutes on the clock. Can we get back into this game at 3-3? 4 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. It's toast, isn't it? It's not happening. 4 minutes on the clock. This game is just whittled away. I can't believe we've lost that. 3-2 to Woking. We controlled the game, controlled the possession. 13 shots to their 7. 5 on target to their 6. No clear-cut chances for either of us. They've literally... I mean, we scored some howlers ourselves for sure. But I'm devastated we've lost that. I honestly thought we had the opportunity to go on and get promoted here. That absolutely wasn't good enough, and that is our season over. Dover won 6-1 in the end. Now, it's likely we would have lost to Dover, because Dover are just absolutely spectacular. I just can't believe we've lost 3-2 to that Woking side. Team Sweat made to room missed chances. Team Sweat defeat in playoff semi-final. Press conference, send the assistant. I don't want to talk to him. Hank Stars as Team Sweat room missed chances. He had a great game. I don't want to promote, like, give him a nice feeling though. And that is our season done, lads. So there you go. That is going to be the end of the video for today. So we made the playoffs. That was our playoffs. Sadly, it wasn't for us this season. Hopefully, I don't want to spend a 4th season in this league. So next season, we have to get promoted. We're going to restructure the squad, redo the tactics, get the training back on top of all of the players for individual boosts and such. But for now, that's going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.